Am I unmuted now?
You are.
Okay, yes, I have been struggling, and Mercury is in retrograde, and don't I know it? I have had so many issues, but thank you for having me. I just wanted to speak briefly about a fantastic new program that the city is offering called the Commercial Property Development Fund. It's set up as a gap fund program where you work with a traditional lender or a local CDFI, and then the city finances up to 33% of a project, and this pertains to a single ownership, partnership, or cooperative. At this point, it needs to be a for-profit entity. There are ways to get around that. If your organization is nonprofit, you can set up an ownership structure of the property as an LLC for profit and pay property taxes, and then lease to your nonprofit. So even if you set up your cooperative as a nonprofit, there are ways to legally utilize these funds. Our hope is to expand the offering to straight up nonprofits in the future. But right now, that's one of the restraints on it. But the way the program works, it's up to 33%, as I stated, of an acquisition and build out of a commercial property within the city of Minneapolis. It's zero interest, no payments for 40 years. If after 40 years you haven't sold the property or changed the use in any significant way, the loan is forgiven. So it's been obviously extremely popular. It's just kind of getting off the ground. We just had our first 4 approved last council cycle. Every one of the loans needs to go through the council, his committee, and then to the full council for approval. Actually, this week, tomorrow, the full council will approve those first 4. But it's just a way to get commercial corridors, cultural districts, the city standing up for economic inclusion, helping business owners and cooperatives to actually own their real estate. And it's been super popular, and I would love to help the Tiny Diner Cooperative, if it in fact does form, to help utilize this program.
Thanks so much, Tabitha. Would you be willing to, that's an exciting program. I'm wondering if you'd be willing to talk about the Facade Grant.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Sorry, I didn't see what you had on your agenda. So Facade, that's an established program for anybody in the community. We fund our business associations and neighborhood associations. I think currently most of them are out of the funds from last year, and there's a new notice of funding availability going out, I think in early July now. And the way that works, it's a matching grant program. So a business would put together what they want to do to improve the facade, either signage, landscaping, bike racks, anything that's kind of for the common good of the neighborhood and enhances the neighborhood and the street appearance. And then depending on the area of the city, it's up to $7,500 matched. And that's a straight up grant. So you do not pay that back. You have to get pre-approved before starting on the work. But then once you do the work, you submit your receipts and you get a check back from the city. And I see you have number 3, the CTAP program. So that is a program through my department, business development within the city of Minneapolis, where we have trainings on what it takes to become a cooperative, and then ongoing technical assistance for cooperatives. So I'm not sure if you reached out to Emily Peterson, is the person who oversees that program. And if there's interest from the group, we can get you set up in the next round of classes.
Thank you so much for that, Tabitha. And I participated in the CTAP training program, the workshops,
Okay.
and I love the idea that the city of Minneapolis is doing this so that it's supporting the cooperative efforts in the Twin Cities area or in Minneapolis. So that's the CTAP is a really valuable resource as well as Nexus to help build cooperatives in the Twin Cities area. So we're grateful for that.